What's up and good afternoon, guys. Don't worry about the audio being off in this video. It really does go with the theme of this video of everything going wrong. And that includes when I went to go edit the first minute of this video, the audio didn't sync up. So just bear with me for about a minute here and the audio kicked back in. But regardless, this is me showing the completed bathroom. Chris saying something about how I probably suck at what I do. And then we were talking about how this is gonna be the first time this toilet's ever been flushed. This new bathroom's ever been flushed and the septic is gonna get anything flushed into it. I go to flush the toilet and you can't see it in the video, but the toilet literally just gushed out water everywhere from behind the tank. And you know, if there was audio, you totally would have heard it and it would have sounded great. And you guys could have all laughed at me at this point. Regardless, you know, here's me looking to see what the heck went wrong. And well, turns out, I had thrown away the wax ring that comes with the toilet because I don't like to use those. I like to use the foamy rubbery ones. But when I threw it away, it had that seal right there, which goes between the tank and the toilet. And there's Chris saying I stink because I was digging in a trash can. Regardless, we put the seal on the tank, close that bad boy back up. And then, yeah, fingers crossed, you know, because God forbid, we all know me and plumbing do not get along. Gave her a flush there though, and well, everything went down into the hole it's supposed to and not flooding the bathroom, which is great. Now we cut to getting the closet doors and yep, just kind of pulling these out of the truck here real quick. And remember, the theme of this video is everything going wrong, right? So we carry these into the bedroom. We go to open them up, lean them up against the wall. So far, they've made it here without breaking. I go to pull the tracks out and I cut the tape on the top here. Do not cut the tape down below and figure I'm just gonna pry this open real quick. Not realizing the little mirrored piece, like trim piece that's supposed to go on there was right there. And when I pried on it, I totally cracked the mirror piece, which you could see right at the top of my hand right there. Not horrible, but still, yeah, bad. Alright, y'all, well, we ran into a little snag here putting the closet doors in. Again, you know, it's the theme of this video. Hopefully not though, because we got concrete coming tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow. So I don't want crap going wrong to be the theme of this video. But there's two sizes, well, there's like multiple sizes of closet doors, but height-wise, they make some. So I did all my openings at a standard 82 inches. And they make a couple different size closet doors. This is like the standard size. Don't quote me on it, I don't even have it written down, I don't know. And these are like the standard size, and they make a size that's 1 inch taller for like another $100. And I'm like, dude, there's gotta be enough adjustment in there for the standard ones to work, for spending an extra $100 to gain an inch. Well, there's not. So you can see right now it's cockeyed because I was just cranking one side up here, trying to get it to where it's inside this track enough to where it's safe and it's not risking falling out. But at that point, your closet doors are now on stilts. They're super high off the ground. And even so, it won't work because once you get this little piece right here below these little retainers, it just wants to wobble and flop, kind of like so. So that's not safe. That's not gonna work. But it's okay. We have a solution for everything. You can see we put these bumpers on the sides of the closet opening right here. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the same 3.5 inch material and I'm gonna end up putting a strip of it across the top right there. Hopefully bringing that top down 3/4 is enough to get us to where, you know, the closet doors are safe and everything functions good. So looks like we're gonna be making another run to Home Depot for some trim, which works out because we gotta get all of the trim we're gonna be putting on the fireplace anyway. So it's not really the end of the world, albeit I wanted to have the closet doors done today. Now outside, the guys are getting all the rebar tied in. I'll show you over here where Poppy is. So we've got our 2 horizontals in the bottom of the footing there, and then we've got our verts, which are basically L-shaped, and they tie into the rebar down below there and then come up. That way, once we pour the footings, these upper bars, or these verticals, are gonna be anchored into the footing. And then once we build our block over top of it, and we grout the block solid with concrete, now it has anchored pretty much everything together to that footing. And it adds an immense amount of strength to the wall instead of the wall ever wanting to fall over, because you are now anchored into the ground to that footing. You can definitely get away with a lot less rebar than we're putting into this wall, being that it's not really a retaining wall, but we don't really half-ass anything around here. So overbuild everything. I want everything to last. And this gives you a real good perspective as to what the forms do when we're pouring footing. Gives us a great spot to anchor our vertical rebar to. That way everything is held perfectly plumb in place. When we go to pour the concrete, we're not sitting there trying to readjust these, putting a level on them or anything like that. If you're doing a really, really small wall, I don't know, 4 feet, 5 foot, 6 foot, a lot of guys will just take the L's, and as the concrete's wet, they'll just jab them in there. It works. I prefer everything to be tied in together into the bottom rebar, but just depends on the wall you're building. Now, we did end up pulling the post from the roof over here that was basically right in line with where the wall goes. You can kind of see right there. And then they saw cut the concrete out. There's going to be a column right here, so that's kind of why that matches that. We've got our temporary post holding up the roof right here. And then once the wall is in place and fully grouted, we'll anchor a bracket into the wall. We'll pull this out, we'll put a new post that ties into the wall and be good to go there. Now, concrete is very expensive to get all the way out to the ranch, so you kind of got to make the most of it when you're bringing it out here. We need about 6 yards of concrete there for those footings, which means, you know, you can either have a truck bring out 6 yards, or for a couple extra bucks, he's already coming out here, you bring a full truck, which is 9.5 yards. So since we're gonna have a full truck coming out, we're gonna have extra concrete, or well, quote unquote extra concrete. I decided now's a good time to pour the new walkway here to the front door, because this old walkway, you can see it's kind of that wide. That was like the original, I don't even know, this was like a garage opening or something at some point, so it's tied into the slab. It's obviously way wider than the new door that we have here, so we're actually gonna saw cut this out. We're gonna put a new sidewalk going up to the front door, as well as one that's gonna turn off to the side here, and it's gonna end up tying into where there's gonna be a new gate to the backyard. And that's gonna allow me to leave space right here for a planter, as well as on this side, we're gonna have space for a planter that way we can, you know, put some plants, make this place look nice and pretty. And the long-term goal here is all of this old fencing comes out, we build new fencing up around, boom, boom, and this gives whoever lives up here a nice place to park. The animals can't get to their vehicles. Good news is, even though we can't put in the closet doors right now, there's plenty to do out here. So me and Papa Ryno just went around, and you're probably gonna be hard to see because the sun's really bright, but we've marked out where the new front entryway concrete's gonna go balance-wise, to balance out kind of the front door. We wanted walkways coming off on both sides, and then we might just put turf back over here, kind of like the previous owner had done over the original septic system. I mean, well, the turf is actually still sitting right there, but grade it all out, maybe throw a piece of turf right there or something. Haven't really decided that part yet, but I kind of want to allow for future expansions. That's why it's going to stop about right here, and then if we ever later decide to put you know, like a concrete parking spot or something right there, it'll tie in very easily to the walkway system that we have. Oh, and I got great news for you guys. We have successfully, of course, the day after I order a whole new ignition and lock set, found the single cab key here. So let's get the single cab fired up, because the Mini X is pretty low on fuel. Oh, geez, what? And apparently it was raining the last time we drove this thing. Oh, so stoked to have this thing running again. Driver's side door still doesn't work. I ordered all the parts to get the driver's side door nice and functioning, as well as fix the driver's side door on the gray truck there, because very common OBS problems with those dang doors. I forgot to cut the battery power on the Mini X, and if you guys remember when we put in that Boss radio on this thing, that thing just for some reason draws way too much power when the ignition is cut off, even though it's tied into the ignition. And if you let it sit for more than a day, it'll kill the battery. And well, common theme of today's video, if it can go wrong, it will go wrong. So the battery is dead. We're gonna use our jump box here to get this thing fired up. I'm genuinely scared to pour concrete tomorrow with how wrong everything is going in this video. Like, this is not good. We should just push this off till next week. So this thing definitely needs to get a low voltage cutoff at some point once I get it down to Sergio's shop. Now, let's have the fun of Bobcat making it really hard to get to your battery terminals. It says it's got 11.9 volts. There we go. All right, kicker pump on. And away we go. Okay, little spillage there, but we all right. Also just went through and gave her a fresh grease job here with the old Milwaukee grease gun. All right, let's go pull us some posts. For some reason, Papa Ryno really wants to do it the old school way by hand, but we've got equipment. All right, let's yoink post number 1. Slide post number 2 over so those horizontals can come out. Go. Yoink post number 2. Nice and gentle now. Let's get this last one without hitting the house here. And our fresh new stucco. Just a little yoink. And a little more yoink. Oh, a little lower, a little lower. And there we go. Now while we're here, it's a good time to just bury the septic tank completely. We're supposed to put a tank riser on the lid, so that's gonna happen eventually, but for now I'm just gonna bury it all in while we grade out, because you can see right here the dirt slopes up this way, which means all the water falls towards the house, and we don't want that. We want our concrete and our dirt to slope away from the house so we have no more water issues ever at the guest house. Use our backfill blade here. Try to not hit the patio cover above us. Well, I think it's safe to say whoever originally built the barn here wasn't skipping on the concrete. About a solid 6 inches thick right there. So much for this little front piece just easily breaking off, kind of like I had anticipated. Good news is though, that's the entire foundation of this whole guest house here. So unless they decided to really thicken this edge, which is a possibility, there's a good chance this whole thing is 6 inches thick. Hey, you got number 3 rebar right there. And then you got number 4 half-inch rebar right there. You know, unfortunately, sometimes you gotta do things the old-fashioned way, so we figured maybe if we cut it deep enough, the mini-X could just break it off. But that would be assuming it's like 4 inches thick and there's no rebar in it. 6 inches with half-inch rebar, that's definitely not happening. So they're breaking it out by hand here, using the mini-X to take away all the broken concrete. And definitely not the surprise I thought we were gonna get with breaking out that concrete. But again, we know how this video is going. We got Papa Ryno with a whole load of column block here, because obviously we've got a ton of 8x8x16 block over there, but we don't have any columns. So we brought up a load of column block today. We're gonna get a truck unloaded here and kind of pre-stage them. We don't want them in the way from when we're pouring footings for tomorrow, but we'll get them close. And while it gave us a little bit of a battle here, the concrete is all broken out and chipped out. So we are nice and pretty much flush. It's down low enough now to where we can pour. If there's a tiny little bit that sticks out, we still got plenty of concrete to go over top of it, but that thing is pretty dang flush right there. They were weirdly sporadic on the rebar there. I don't know why. I mean, there's some number 3 right there, some number 4 right there. Why they're kind of in like a weird spread out pattern there. Not really sure. Bottle. Look at that, we got the world's most expensive pine cone collector right there. Okay, so we got the block unloaded. We've got the front remarked out here with all of our lines. First thing in the morning, the boys are gonna get the form set because we got concrete at noon. Papa Ryno went ahead and ripped out all the old fencing that was about right here in the yard, and now it kind of gives you full perspective scale-wise of the size of the backyard. Again, it's not giant, and I didn't want it to be giant, but I think it's gonna be just the right size for a rental backyard. Then we got a good sized side yard here. The original plan was we were gonna build a block wall right there to the corner all the way down. Then we started talking about putting like a man gate through there, and I'm like, you know what, at that point, this is like a good size, I don't know, 12-foot side yard here. Why don't we just put a big old gate? That way you can either park something in here, or if we want to get equipment in here to work on the backyard, to grade stuff out, we'll have a nice gate there to do it. So they're pulling out the verticals that they had just put in earlier today. It's because we're no longer going to be putting block there. We're just going to put a column against the house, a column over there, and then we'll have some wrought iron gates made to be able to drive stuff in and out of here. Now I'm going to finish out the day doing my absolute least favorite thing ever, and that is caulking all of the joints and all of the seams for all the doors, the casings, and then we got to run around and paint all the trim, which is something I've been putting off for a while here. I should probably look while I'm doing this. So I'm gonna spend the rest of my fun night doing that. Alrighty, y'all, well, this officially marks trip number 9 to Home Depot. And check out this timing right here. We've got our cabinet hookup at C. Bailey 619. We just pulled up at the same time. I don't know if I'm gonna reveal what color cabinets we went with. We're gonna transfer those into the OBS as well as pick up a bunch of trim and stuff. And I just realized I left the lights on the OBS, so I should probably cut those off before we have more dead batteries today. Hi, buddy. You're looking festive. I like your tie-down job. I mean, it works, right? Look at that, ain't going nowhere. So trip number 9 consists of some drain pipe that we got to get in before we pour concrete tomorrow, as well as some trim, a couple of other things down there. These trips are adding up so quick. There's like not that much stuff on the cart. Still super expensive. And then we got to transfer all those right now. Huh? Hardest working guy.
Making deals.
Oh, making deals. Okay. Oh, you need a Ford step? Yeah, sorry. I love these late night Home Depot drug deals here. Do the old swap.
That's cash?
No, I don't got no cash, dog. I'm just gonna take the stuff though, is that cool? Alrighty, y'all, we got us another full truckload here. Ready to go, back into the ranch. Concrete tomorrow. Alrighty, y'all, today is the big day. Fingers crossed things stop going wrong, even though, let's see, we got just Abel. Poppy called out sick, so far one thing's gone wrong. Well, two, I dropped one of the cabinets off the back of the truck when we're getting them loaded into the house here, but hopefully nothing broke. So we've got all the cabinets loaded inside the guest house here. These are gonna be getting installed in a couple days, but right now we are focused on getting this concrete poured. And now you'll probably, be able to see a little bit better than my orange paint markings on the ground, but this is basically what the patio is gonna be like, or I guess walkways. 5-foot walkway there. 5-foot walkway to the front door, and then the 4-foot, which ties into where the gate's gonna go to the backyard. And then I wanted to kind of leave it like this. That way, if we ever tie in a parking spot or a driveway or anything, we can just butt up right to it. We've already got, it's buried, so you can't see it, but we have a drain line running through here. We're gonna put a drain in this planter, as well as we're running a sprinkler line already. That way we don't get landlocked, and we're kind of screwed on trying to do it later. What? You're our lead finisher today.
Orange shirt? Where's my orange shirt?
Oh.
Well, you forgot it.
Yeah, I didn't even realize we were matching.
That's cute.
Yeah, it's concrete pour day, bro. You always wear orange.
Well, I'm
Yeah,
ready.
you forgot it, man.
Oh, you got your concrete boots?
No, I brought some for him.
Oh.
See, no excuse.
Well, every job site needs one guy to stand home.
It's true.
That's me.
Well, you need an assistant.
Oh, okay. So you're going for the lunch then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right on.
All right, we got last minute inspection before we pour. Bubbles, you gonna sign off on it? We good? Yep. Check the stakes, make sure everything's good. Everything looks good. Does that stake good? Okay. Yep. The fill look all right? It was running around putting in the last minute chases or sleeves through the footing there. That way later on we can run sprinkler lines out to the outside as well as drain lines. Because essentially we're now gonna be landlocked in here. We're not gonna have really any outlet for the water because it's gonna be footing and block walls all the way around. So we need to be able to get the water out of here if it ever becomes a swamp again, which, fingers crossed that doesn't happen again. You're free, barbecue. What's up, girl? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Scratch that ear. Scratch that ear. Come get some exercise. You need it. You want to leave some hoof prints in the concrete? Yeah, we'll leave your mark. Okay. Okay. Pull away for the concrete truck. Got some fresh oranges for everybody, Everybody get a little morning orange juice. I don't know if barbecue likes oranges. We're about to find out. Barbecue, I got an orange for you. I got some oranges. You like oranges?
Can't see.
It's right there. There you go, yeah. Does that smell good? Let's probably cut that for you. Listen, Barbie, I put it right there. It's opened up. I just stepped on it to squish it. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to scare you. You eat that when you're ready, okay? Speak. 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 Sit. Roll over. Oh, that's good stuff, boys. You just squirted it all over you. Oh, you just want the tree limb. Okay, jeez, guys. Okay, you can have that. Oranges for everybody. Even you little guys. Oranges. There you go. There you go. I guess you just wanted to suck the juice out of it. There you go. Yep. Is that good? Because I think she's mad we didn't cut it into orange slices for her. Do your thing, wherever you want to go. So we've got the homies from A1 Concrete Pumping getting all of their concrete hose laid out here, getting the pump all set up. We're kind of running a risk here today on whether or not we have enough concrete. you know, like I said, we factored about 6 yards for these footings. Now that's assuming everything is like very cohesive, and as we all know, nothing's perfect in this world. So there's spots that are a little bit deeper, there's spots that may be a little bit wider if I caught a rock or something like that that are gonna eat up more mud. So fingers crossed we have enough concrete to get these footings done and that front entryway, because if we like start pouring that front entryway and we run out, we're gonna have to scramble there to put a header in or put something in to block off and only do half of it or whatever it's gonna take. I'm nervous guys. We're coming down to the wire here on how much concrete this is all gonna take. Grab some of my concrete tools out of the old toolbox here. I don't think we're gonna need the concrete boots today. Papa Ryno's gonna be doing the finishing, so we're staying out of the concrete. We'll just help him rod probably. Alrighty, we got the concrete truck behind us. So far, so good. Chris, we got faith? Today's gonna go well?
Oh, I like your little tool belt, man.
Like my tool belt?
Yeah.
Thanks, buddy. That's all you need right there. You're doing footings. You need a float and a margin trowel. What?
I like your work, dude.
Oh, thanks. Yeah. Well, we always rocking the work dudes, and we're rocking the concrete shorts today. All right, Chris, you got the hardest job. You got this handled?
Stand here and watch.
Yeah.
You got a chair for me?
Oh, here. Hold yourself up with that.
Thank you.
Yeah. You're gonna piss Abel off if you ain't working, man.
Abel loves me.
You got him a Red Bull.
And a Gatorade one time.
We're gonna put some in this corner. Okay. And then we're gonna go to this corner and work our way out. Just in case we run short, we don't need anything there. That way we don't want it spreading out too much in the front there.
Okay.
We're gonna run short. So if you guys see us throwing dirt like this along here, it's because the footing in certain spots when you grab rocks and stuff, it would grow. And granted, we're gonna run really close to having enough concrete, so we're just throwing some dirt up in there so the concrete doesn't just start seeping all out in like the jaggedness of the footing there.
You good on the back right there, bro?
Yeah, I think we're good there. Now, the reason we're pouring the concrete so dry as well is so we can just stack it instead of, again, it flowing into every single crevice, because, you know, these footings really only need to be like 1 foot by 1 foot, maybe a little bit bigger, but I only have a 16-inch bucket, so we dug 16-inch by, honestly, 16-inch deep, depending on what part of the footing you're at, because we want our footings level, so we pick the lowest part of the yard and we go down 16 inches from there. But by the time we get over there, sometimes that's a little bit more. You just never know. So again, that's why we're trying to stack the mud just where the footing needs to be, and then hopefully we got enough to do that front entry, but we're gonna find out. These footings are pretty big. Yeah, they're eating up a lot more mud than I kind of anticipated here.
Rookie.
All right, guys, now's the moment of truth. All the footings are done. We've stretched this concrete about as far as we can stretch one truck of concrete. Are we gonna have enough to get this entire new front walkway here forward? I'm not sure. We're gonna start pouring from that way over to here just in case we need to put a header in, which would be putting a 2x4 right here and just calling it quits from there over. This would be a good spot to do it, and we can always pour this piece later when we go to grout the walls.
Okay, we're gonna try to keep up with you, okay?
Okay.
Hold up for us.
Keep coming. Watch that corner, Dad. You're on the concrete. Behind you.
That's good, bro.
We're good right there. All right, well, we made it.
Good?
That's good.
Barely, too.
We'll see right now when he spins. He's got to be close.
I mean, if it spins like right here, I still got whatever's left in my harbor and on the hoses too. So.
Yeah, no, we'll make it. Even if this is just a little low. It's gonna be a gate here, but we don't want the dogs to dig out.
Oh, okay.
Alrighty, y'all. Well, us stretching the concrete out like we did and not letting it get too wild in the footings definitely paid off, because we got the whole front poured, plus we got enough to fill this area in right here, which is kind of what we were leaving out as our just in case we didn't have enough. We didn't need concrete in here because now that we've kind of changed our minds and are going to be putting gates here, there's no point other than it's to keep dogs from digging out underneath.
Chris over here has the supervisor stance down perfect, bro. Looking good, dude.
Try it, man.
Yeah, nice. So they use CO2, a wet rag, basically act like you're wadding, and then they'll slowly let some CO2 through, and it'll push all the concrete back out yonder into the pump.
Also, don't try this at home. Very dangerous.
Oh, yeah.
Trained professionals right here.
Now, since we poured it so dry, there's not a whole lot of time to wait. Abel's going around, he's gonna strip our form off the top here, then we can float it all out nice and evenly without the 2x4 being in the way, and get it all ready for the boys to come in and start laying some block. Now we gotta cut all the tie wire that we used to attach the rebar to the form, otherwise the form is not gonna come out, because he's the rebar now attached to the rebar down in the footing. And then this makes it easier on the guys when they're laying block, because they're not trying to fight humps or anything like that.
Doing a great job, dog.
Right on, dog. Laying down right in the first one, everything's going good. So,
What's up, buddy?
How's it going?
Oh, it's going good.
What are you doing?
Filling steak holes.
Looks like fun.
It's always fun.
Papa Ryno's doing a great job over there.
How Pavarano's doing a good job?
Yeah.
All right. Shorts weren't the good idea.
Yeah, I mean,
But it is hot.
and the Hey Dudes.
The Hey Dudes are cool. The Hey Dudes, no problem with the Hey Dudes. It's the shorts. It was going good till I forgot I had an orange in my back pocket. And then, you know, I was scooting along here and, well, the orange kind of burst in my back pocket.
You pooed yourself.
I pooed myself. I pooed myself. I was so nervous we weren't going to have enough concrete, you know?
Jesus Christ, man.
We got it though, buddy. We got it, buddy.
It's like you've done this before.
oh, second time.
Second time?
Yeah.
Not bad. Sweet shirt.
Yeah, you know how it is.
Where do I get one of those shirts?
Workfor.com.
Workfor.com?
You gotta work for it. Don't get one if you ain't gonna work for it.
Doing great work fishing, buddy.
Thanks. Not really. Kind of hurts.
Oh. Something's going off super quick too.
So you can see when he's having to beat the joiner in like that, it's because concrete's getting hard. This is all still that first dry batch, so this one's gonna go off super quick. Hit it on the next one. It's hitting the roof. All right, supervisor, how do we do, buddy?
Not bad, man.
Not bad?
I mean, I did this part, so that one's perfect.
Oh, okay.
Let me check your work.
Oh, okay.
So we just went ahead and just did a quick broom finish on this. If you guys have kind of followed my channel for a while, you know I'm a fan of sand finish concrete, but for the entryway here to the guest house, it's just broom it out. You know, that's like the atypical concrete finish, and yeah, turned out pretty freaking good looking right there. All the footings, whew, these things went off really, really quick because again, we poured it so dry. So it was a race to get all these footings floated, but we pulled it off. What are you doing over there?
What? What?
It's payday.
You see my checkbook? Write yourself a check, buddy.
You don't want me to do that.
It's only so good. There's only so much in there. You can only write for so much. Enjoy, buddy. Write yourself a check. Like a $3, $4, you know, something big.
$1 million.
Alrighty, y'all. Well, thankfully our bad luck streak ended for this video. But with that, we're gonna wrap up. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. If you're not subscribed, please get the subscribe button now. I just totally lost my train of thought of Papa Ryno yelling, roll the outro back there. Oh, he's still yelling, roll the outro. Yeah, like, subscribe, thumbs up. Check out workforapparel.com if you want one of these super sweet shirts you saw us rocking today. We're just gonna end it.
Damn.